Hey, it's Lindsay from Buy, Sell, Love Durham. Really excited about today's video. We're talking today about, is it really necessary if you're a buyer or a seller of real estate to get pre-approved with a lender? So before we jump into that, if you like the content of these videos, click the subscribe button. You won't miss any of them. They come out once or twice a week. And really the content is based on my selling real estate locally for 39 years. I've done pretty much everything that can be possibly done in real estate. Flipped houses, bought, sold, renovated. I've owned brokerages. Done pretty much everything. So you can rest assured that the content is all very tried and true. So pre-approvals, are they good or are they not good? There's three different ways of doing a pre-approval. Number one, which we see quite a bit, is the online method. So somebody will go online and they'll fill out a little bit of information and then they'll get a kickback that'll say, oh, you're approved to $500,000 purchase price. These are worthless, absolutely worthless, but we do have a lot of people come to us think that there's a value to them. The second one is going into a bank or a lender, credit union, and having them have a conversation with you without pulling your credit report or doing any background information and them telling you what you can afford. And then they will put this into writing. But the third way, which is the only real way of getting a pre-approval done, is to work with somebody, either a lender or a mortgage broker, fill out an application, allow them to pull a credit report, get letters of employment from your employers, and then they dig into your bank accounts, find out where the down payment's coming from, the fact that you've got closing costs, and what you end up getting is absolutely a commitment from the lender to say, we will lend you this much money. That is a true pre-approval. Now, why would you get one done if you're a buyer? Well, number one is it gives you a top line of what you can afford. So the bank's going to tell you exactly what you can afford, so you know your limits as to, if you're looking, you know exactly what you can buy. Number two is it will reveal any credit issues you may have. Some people have credit issues and they don't know about them. This is going to tell you whether you've got some stuff you need to clean up. The other thing it does is it locks in a rate. Now the rates appear to be going down, not up. But if they were rising, what it would do is if you locked in at today's rate and they rose, you still get today's rate for upwards of about 120 days. If the rates fall, you get the lower rate, but it guarantees you today's rate and they're free. You don't have to use them. So there's nothing against getting one done. Now, if you're a seller, you might think, well, why would a seller get one? If a seller's potentially thinking of selling their house and moving to another property, what a pre-approval will do is to tell them whether or not their idea of moving makes sense. So it'll tell them exactly, it'll work out if you sell your house for X and you're thinking of buying a property, maybe upgrading, it'll tell you whether you can afford it, whether the experience is worth going through. It also will show any credit issues. Now, here's something interesting. Let's assume that a seller has a 5-year mortgage and 2 years into the mortgage, they go bankrupt, but they're still making the payments. The bank is going to continue to renew that mortgage. However, if they do decide to move, they're going to do another credit report and that's going to come up. So what it will do is a pre-approval will show any credit blemishes that you may need to clean up. And sometimes we miss a credit card payment, it hits our credit report. There's ways of fixing that. Now, if you've got any questions, shoot me a question in the comments section on YouTube, my videos, or you can catch me on any of my social media platforms. I'll talk to you next week.